Hello and welcome to another episode of the Villa Loyal Podcast. Another action-packed, fun-filled look at all the Villa news and views provided to you by the three most miserable bastards that have ever walked the streets of Aston. Joining me, Gamble, today, two of Castle Brom's biggest sex pests, Mr. Ronnie Davenport. Hello, Ron.
Hello, children.
Mr. Liam Bishop.
Hello, Liam.
So before we start, I need to do some shout-outs from Amsterdam. So I want to start with Aston Davis. How that kid lasted 3 days in the same hotel room as me, I'll never know. Yous lot know when I'm fucking bladdered, don't you?
Oh, you're like a victim, ain't you?
I felt like a victim.
Especially when you put tea bags on your feet in the morning.
Don't bring curled up on the bed.
So these ain't much shout-outs, just people I've pissed off in Amsterdam. I've got to apologise to Tyler Rowe as well because I was meant to meet him and I spent 3 days trying to talk to him over the phone. I was fucking bladdered. Couldn't get a word.
How long did it take to get back to your hotel again?
8 hours. So I've seen Zoffy and Jimbo Crowder as well, and the lads from Bearwood. Stevie Chance was there. Hello to Stevie Chance, our old football manager.
All right, Gaffer.
Kev Coleman, Russell Bradbury, all the Everton lads, Beardo, Bagger, Briney, Crookie. I want to say special thanks as well to Daz Williams and Austin Sadler, Big Oz, Rudy Keegan for the... no, but I just want to say thanks for the support. So, today, when was the last time we spoke? It was just after the Wolves game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was, wasn't it?
Did you and Liam do one?
No. I think the last time we spoke was after the Wolves game. So, what we've had in between. So we'll do, I'll tell you what we'll do then. Well, it's been 1 year, Vunai. We'll do that. We'll talk about the West Ham game, the Alkmaar game, and the Luton game, the 12 in a row, and just how far we think we can go as a team.
So that 12 in a row was Gregory 13.
No, the record is 13. Tony Barton.
Was it
in
really?
the 80s? Yeah, that's when the record was about 13 home wins in a row. Yeah.
Really...
So he won 12. So we're equal now with him. So 13 is the record.
We've got to beat Arsenal, Man City, haven't we?
No, Fulham. That's it.
Yeah, Fulham are equal it, wasn't it?
I think Fulham he beats it.
No, you just said 13.
No, I think 12 was the record, and we've equalled it now. I think so. I mean, I haven't checked the facts and the figures.
We're breaking records already.
So one of the questions I wanted to ask you was, I've been thinking about this a lot this week. At the start of the season, someone asked me, I think it was Baz asked me on one of the first podcasts, do you think we'll get in the Champions League? And it was a resounding no from me. My opinion's changed.
It depends on injuries, doesn't it, I think, and Europe.
Good thing is we have got 4 first-team players. Well, 2 to come back, 2 won't come back this season. 1 come back at the end of the season, Mings and Brendia. We've got Ramsey, Moreno, he's training again.
Is he back on the grass?
Yeah, back on the grass, Moreno. I need to show about Ramsey. Last I saw was 3 weeks, that was a week ago.
Because I genuinely think now, we're the 4 to reckon with. I think we can get a Champions League place now, the way we're playing. Well, we'll talk about that in a bit, the plans for January.
We've already got a 5-point gap, haven't we?
There's a 5, I think there's a 5-point gap from 5th to 6th.
Yeah, there is.
Newcastle Brighton, aren't they? 6th and 7th.
I think with Newcastle win the Champions League, I think that they'll struggle harder.
They might do if they get to the latter stages.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard on Talk Sport today, right? Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent.
Yeah.
Andy Goldstein that Darren Bent's going to pick a team, an 11 out of the Premier League.
Yeah.
The team's not in the top 6. And then Andy Goldstein says, you're only doing that so you can go pick Man U players. So they're still putting Man U and Chelsea in the top 6.
Well, we said on the last podcast that Man United and Chelsea are bad this year. I can't see them getting anywhere near that top 8.
No chance.
Can't even see them getting into Europe. Man United are fucked after last night in that League Cup.
Chelsea don't seem to be getting any better.
No. He's got 1 game to save his job
out
at 10.
Players in that Chelsea team, I don't.
No, a lot of them have come from abroad, haven't they? Young players. You can see what they're trying to do, but you can't build a side like that.
Nah,
you need experience in the side. You need pace, experience, and youth mixed together.
You need to give a manager a chance if you bring in loads of players in. Rather than just getting rid of manager after manager.
So now they've had Brentford have won more games at Stamford Bridge in the last 12 months than Chelsea. That's
fucking brilliant.
That's embarrassing.
That is brilliant. So the question I wanted to ask you was, do you see us as a Champions League contender?
100%.
And do you really?
Yeah.
How about you, Rod?
Yeah.
And
especially if he goes to top.
Now, given the choice, would you rather take the FA Cup or Champions League?
FA Cup.
Would you really?
Yeah, I don't want to be an Arsenal, mate.
I've changed my mind.
On that day at Wembley.
Nah, you got to win. Trophies are history, mate.
We're going to get Europe anyway. There'll be nights in Europe.
Yeah.
Of course they will, yeah. But I just think getting in that champion, breaking that, that barrier,
Yeah,
just
but
to get in
imagine
that
the
Champions League.
euphoria of being at Wembley and watching us lift a trophy
Well,
rather than get.
well, what about the euphoria at Villa Park when we got into Europe in the first place?
Yeah, but
Similar to a cup final, do you not think?
it'd be different, mate.
You can
Do
double.
you reckon?
Yeah,
You can double that atmosphere, mate. If we win the FA Cup,
I seriously think we've got an opportunity to get in the Champions League, and if it was me, I still think we win the Conference League anyway.
If we, you got to win that group, ain't you? So you avoid the Europa League teams coming down. I'd rather win a trophy, mate.
So we're all confident we'll get in the Champions League.
I think so. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, especially if it's top forward.
Look at last season's good teams. Newcastle are doing all right. Brighton, Man United, Chelsea. I think they're out the equation.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Unless we take a massive nosedive, the Man U, Chelsea.
I think it's
Brighton,
injuries for us. I think it's injuries.
Well, the thing is though, with injuries, I wanted to talk about this as well.
Keep the squad fresh. I think we'll be all right.
Top it up in January.
I was thinking about this the other day. The injury to Tyrone Mings has done us a favour with Pau Torres because he's been thrown in at the deep end and he's
getting better and better.
he's got to, hasn't he?
It's made Conte better as well. Conte's become
Exactly, yeah.
hasn't he?
So in a strange way, for me, not so much Buendier's injury because I think Diaby would have played anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Would have started most games anyway. But I don't think Pau Torres would have been brought in and played straight away.
No, he wouldn't have. Emery said that already.
I think he was brought in to play in Europe, maybe with Diego Carlos. I think the fact that Mings has been injured and he's going to be out for most of the season, he's had to play Pau Torres and he's getting better and better. Did you watch him? You were there at the Luton game, I went there.
Yeah.
He was incredible.
Yeah. We didn't get out of second gear, did we?
I mean, I know it's only Luton, but he was superb that day.
That game, if we wanted to, we could have got 6, 7, 8.
Really?
Yeah. It was easy, wouldn't it, Ron?
Yeah, piece of piece. Special shout out to all the Blues fans as well, because all I heard them last season was saying how good that Chong was. He is a share of shit.
Who's that?
And if that's their best player,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, lads,
Fucking Chong!
It's chewing gum, isn't it?
I would give my left arm to draw them in the. I want to draw them in the cup.
Oh, imagine.
Well, I'd
Smash
like
the pieces.
Carvold. The FA Cup third round.
Nah, I've got Blues at home, Sam.
You reckon?
Yeah.
We'd absolutely batter them.
Oh,
Home or away? I don't really
Away
matter.
would be nice.
smash them.
Away would be nice.
You wouldn't get a ticket though, because they get 19,000 in the ground. It's all in the park.
We'd get a
If
ticket.
you just sound concrete to school.
We'd get one.
How many do you reckon they give?
Well, they used to
It's
give
different.
3,000, didn't they?
It's different in the FA Cup, isn't it?
So you get in the FA Cup.
Yeah, but you look how many they can fit in the stadium. They can only fit 19 in the stadium because one of the stands is knackered.
It's normally about 10%. Isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
So
10%, I think, in the FA Cup. Or 3,000, whatever's the.
Well,
I don't know
hang
how it
on.
works, actually.
Is it not the same as the League Cup? Newcastle had 7,000 yesterday.
Well, we took 7,500 to Man United last season, didn't we, in the League Cup?
Yeah.
They offered us 9,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
We sent some back. So what about the West Ham game?
Didn't expect it.
Well, the start, the first half, we looked comfortable.
I was a bit sceptical before the game.
And I was. I thought it'd be a really tight game.
I thought it was going to
I thought we'd beat them.
not meet our level because I think we are better than West Ham. I thought we were going to get to a point where we'll take a defeat now.
I think I said 2-1.
Yeah, I
thought
think we
it was
all
close.
predicted a tight fixture,
Jack
to be fair.
said 3-1 either way,
Yeah.
didn't he?
I think we all predicted a tight game, but what I like about this side is they just brushed teams aside.
Yeah.
There was when they scored their goal, Jared Brown scored. They was on top for about good 10-15 minutes. You thought, oh, here we go.
They had 15-20 minutes of
Yeah.
good play as soon as the second half
But
started.
they couldn't
After
break us
that,
down, and we just blew them away again.
they're playing with a lot of confidence, Villa.
This is
play with no width though, do they? At
wow.
all?
They play so narrow.
like
What they
channel
do,
football,
it's all
isn't it?
direct, isn't it?
Yeah,
When I say
yeah.
direct, it's short, sharp possession football.
It's good.
but it goes forward
Yeah.
quick and it's direct and it hurts teams.
It's coming from a centre half, so looking for them through balls straight for the middle of the park.
Yeah.
There's a couple of lads behind us, the Luton game, and they were slagging that Luca Dino.
Mate, he's been superb this
Saying,
season.
I can't wait to get Moreno back.
He won't walk
Luca Dino's
back
not
into
good
that
enough.
team.
Did
No,
you see?
Luca
Did you
Dino's
see,
been
mate?
incredible.
The overlap and the cross in the Luton game for the Diaby goal.
He's
It's
absolutely
first time
brilliant.
cross, mate.
He won't walk back
Incredible.
into that team. But
No,
it's
not a
good problem
chance.
to have.
Of course he is.
He's
Good
really
problem
stepped
to
up to
have.
the plate this season. I've been impressed with Dino. I don't know if it's just because he's playing under a different manager. Which is strange because Gerrard signed him, so you'd thought he'd be better under Gerrard, but he's been superb this year.
We need cover though. If Cash and Watkins got it, we've got no
Well,
cover at right back. and
Well,
we've
let's
got
talk
no
about
cover
plans
up
for
front.
January because where do we need cover? I think we still think we need a cover for right back and
Goalkeeper,
the goalkeeper. Yeah.
right back
Yeah.
and up
Yeah.
front.
For me, you've got to have a backup keeper, right back composition,
Yeah.
and
Centre
probably you
forward.
could probably do away with the rest of the season. I would like a good solid number 8 to compete, but I don't think you need it this season.
No.
And you need someone who can put a few goals in. I'd like to get Tammy in January.
Well, the
If he's
thing is, it's going to have to be low market signings, isn't it? Because they're not going to go and spend 50, 60 million on someone in January. No one does that unless you're, absolutely minted.
Who do you loan in there?
This is the problem, isn't it?
The strikers, mate, they're that rare now.
Yeah.
I keep saying that lad, that Acuna.
I think
Linked
Sevilla,
together.
the left back.
I don't think we need another left back.
No.
Have you seen the form that Jaden Philogene Dice is?
No, Ronnie said he was
He's
flying
been
earlier.
incredible this season.
Scored a fortnight goal against the Blues.
Now, what's the option with him with the buyback? Because we only sold him for
5
sold him
million.
for minimal money. It was 5 million, wasn't it?
I reckon your buyback's probably 10, 15 million.
But I think that's the reason they did it, because so the buyback's cheaper. If you sold him for 20 million, your buyback's 30 million, isn't it?
Sold him for a reason.
Well, there must have been certain buyback clause for a reason as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't see him coming back anytime soon, but if he keeps performing the way he's
It's not going to get
performing,
in the team, is he?
no. But he would be a good option, wouldn't he?
Ahead of what?
Well, they were talking about Zaniolo the other day. And,
He's going to come good at his, mate.
well, Zaniolo's, it's interesting because he's not. Zaniolo is a loan signing, so it's a no loser for us really.
Well,
If
have
he
we not got
plays
an option to
well,
buy?
there's an option to buy. But if he plays well, he does well this season, we don't have to buy him.
Someone said something the other day. He's come to a new country. It always takes time to adapt.
Yeah, of course.
He's got this shit over his head now with the betting scandal.
You can tell.
And they're saying he's being played on the wrong side. He normally
He's a
plays
right
on
winger.
the right.
He plays on the right.
Yeah.
You can tell that he's got this over his head because I think he's been very good up to the Altmar game.
Yeah.
And
He
the
was
Luton
used
game.
as a sub.
Yeah.
And he looked like he didn't want to know. He
Yeah.
was walking around. And the Luton game, he was shit.
Was he
But-
really?
Yeah, but there's obviously a lot going on. Once he gets
Yeah.
cleared.
I think it's a no-brainer to
there's a-
sign him
there's a
full
player
time.
And
Definitely.
It won't cost you a lot.
No.
That's right.
No.
20, 25 tops.
And he's played for us now for 10, 11 games. He knows what the club's all about now.
Emery obviously.
You can't tell me you wouldn't want to come.
He's going to score a screamer, and that set him up.
Well, the
That
chance he
doesn't
missed against
happen.
Luton on that volley where Watkins
Yeah,
flicked it
yeah.
up. If that goes in the top corner, mate, you're looking at a different player then, aren't you? But I think it's a no-brainer. I think if you brought him in, like you said, he can play on the right-hand side as well. So when Buendia comes back, it's another option, isn't it? So we need cover at right full-back. I still think we need a backup goalkeeper.
Oh, that's the most important
It's
position.
a no-brainer.
Because Olsen is woeful. That is more important than any other position to me. Get a backup keeper.
And
Who did you get that's going to sit on the bench?
well, this is the thing at the minute, isn't it? And we're
Ramsdale.
talking about centre forwards.
No, he ain't going to sit on the bench, is he?
If you bring a centre forward in, he's got to realise he's going to sit on the bench. He's there in case Watkins gets injured because no one's taking the place of Watkins, is there? But if you look at there's for me, there's 3 or 4 key positions where if you get injured, you're fucked. Martinez is one.
Yeah.
Watkins is another one. Diaby's one.
Martinez, mate, if he got injured, it could be the end of our season. 'Cause
This is what I'm saying.
Olsen's chronic.
So you need cover, especially for the number 9 position.
That was. I know we go through every game, but I was surprised that was Diaby's first goal at Villa Park. I thought he'd already scored at Villa Park.
He's such a good player, Lim.
Yeah,
The movement in the final third and that little burst of pace.
Yeah.
Defenders don't know what to do with him. Is he a winger? Is he a number 10? Is he a number 9? He plays all of them.
As well, you know.
Yeah, and he also links really well with Watkins as well. They seem to be building a partnership.
I think they've created the most chances, haven't they, together?
Well, see, Bailey, for me, he's really improved as well this season. I thought Altmar was his best game I've ever seen him play.
I think Bailey's good when we're good. I think when we're in a dogfight.
Yes, of course,
he's
yeah.
in.
But I think even that's different now because he's performing with goals and assists, even when he's not starting.
Yeah.
Remember you said about Bailey, the first thing he does in a match, if it's not very good, his head goes.
Yeah.
Now he seems to be, he's got a real confident vein now.
They're all playing with a lot of confidence.
Definitely,
You can see
yeah.
that. The way we're knocking the ball around. Some of the plays is brilliant.
Did you watch the Altmar game as well, I presume?
Yeah.
I thought it was superb in that as well.
Matty Cash done a little thing, didn't I? Talking about Emery.
Yeah.
Did you see
Mm.
saying that
What did he say?
even when they've won, it's like they've lost.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's learning from the mistakes that we made, even though you've won the
It's all
game.
right, you've won the game. put it
On
to
to the
bed,
next. Yeah, on to the next,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, I love that. I really like this Villa team in a minute. Not just because they're winning games of football, just the characters that are in the side.
Cash also said his tactical ability it's like Emery knows what's going to happen before it
He
happens.
said that.
He said it's
that was after the
unbelievable.
Burnley game,
Really?
wasn't it?
But I read something on the other day, you know, on the Dream Team
Yeah.
app that we all play on.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a write-up about the Villa, about Emery.
Yeah.
A really long one it was. I think I put it on the group, on the WhatsApp. But he was giving on about his tactics in detail. It was all mind-blowing, the stuff that he does.
So we were saying that last time about how the formation does change from minute to minute, but when without the ball, it's that solid 4-4-2,
Yeah.
and everyone knows their positions. And even when players come in, so if McGinn goes off and Bailey comes on, it stays the same.
Yeah.
They all know their jobs.
I've noticed lately, Kamara, when we haven't got the ball,
Yeah.
Kamara drops right back into centre half.
He's the Luton
Really
game.
deep.
He was playing as like a in a back three at some point on the
Yeah.
right hand side of the centre halves.
almost like fucking being in the army, isn't it? Proper well drilled.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they're doing.
So what was Matty Cash saying? That they work on systems and things like that during training through the week?
No, he's just on about Emery. The fact that, like, even if you go out and win a game 4-1, 5-1, forget about it. It's done.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Enron then, because we've had him for a year now. I'm astounded at the change in this football club. Think of a year ago, remember we went to Forest away, that game at Forest under Gerrard, thinking, we are shit, we are banging trouble here.
I think if that change hadn't happened, mate, we'd have gone down.
It's got every chance because we were really bad.
I don't think the players liked him.
No, not at all.
I don't think the
I know,
staff liked
I
him.
talk about Gerrard a lot, but it was only a year ago. I have to keep reminding myself, it was only a year ago.
Yeah.
Sometimes as well, there's just some managers just fit football clubs. I think that Postecoglou's one as well. You know, when Chelsea, when Mourinho went to Chelsea the first, some managers just fit, don't they?
Everyone thought Tottenham was written off until Harry Kane left.
Yeah, but if they get a couple of injuries, mate, if Son and Maddison got injured, they're fucked.
But you could say the same about us, couldn't you?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
The way they're playing at the minute as well.
I don't know, Sam. I think players, we've got a bit of squad in Tottenham.
Well, think about, do you know as well, just as devil's advocate, we've already had a lot of fucking injuries if you think about it.
Yeah, we've had 4 key players.
Moreno, Ramsey, then Buendia, Torres, 4 of our main players last year. So you could, mate, any more, that's very, very bad luck, isn't it?
3 starters there.
Well,
and
4?
Buendia would have played a big part because of Diabo.
Well, Buendia was the best player in pre-season. So you look, he started most games in pre-season. You're thinking he's going to start in that sort.
Yeah.
You don't go and get Zaniolo unless Buendia's injured.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, we was lucky really that we got them injuries at the start of the season, but the transfer window was still open.
Definitely.
Because look at teams like Newcastle, and they're struggling with injuries now. Newcastle are, and a lot of clubs this time of the season, all the games, European games, start kicking in. A lot of clubs get 4 or 5, muscle injuries and all that, and then the squad start whining.
That's what worries me about us is Europe.
Well, we've shown so far that we can deal with it. I think
it's injuries, isn't it?
What might happen is if we get to the latter stages, is we're playing better opposition. And you can't really rest players for the last 16 or the quarter final.
No.
Then you might start seeing a bit of tiredness creeping. And it all depends on the Sunday fixture after the Thursday night, doesn't it?
I think if we get to the latter stages, though, I think we met that priority.
I would say so, yeah.
I'd rather go out and win the Conference League.
Would you rather? So let me ask you a question. Would you rather win the Conference League and get in the Champions League?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Would you really?
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sold on it. Oh, obviously, don't be wrong. I'd like to do both.
We've already booked up for Athens.
Oh, no, yeah.
In Athens and winning the Conference League.
I just think we can do both. I don't think why we can.
Yeah, no, of course we can do both. But if there was an option, I'd take.
Would you really?
Did you see the publicity and the press and everything when West Ham won it last year?
Yeah,
They won the Champions League.
Yeah.
Celebrated.
Yeah.
It's not all the old Toto.
I know. I just think with the money, I know it's not very romantic, but the money, the Champions League revenue that brings into the football club, and the quality of player that he allows you to sign.
Is it too early for Champions League?
My argument would be we need Czech Conference League, then go into the Europa League, then have a season Europa League, and then attack the Champions League.
We're not exactly skin tight.
It's a process, isn't it?
It's a process.
Yeah. I tend to agree. Yeah.
All day long, mate.
This week I think I'm just getting overexcited. You're in the top 5. There's a bit of a cushion between 5th and 6th.
So much left, Sam. So much of the season left.
So upcoming games. So we've got Forest away next. Now Forest have won. They've
2 games.
2 wins they've had all season. One of them was at home to Sheffield United.
Strikers out.
Yeah. So like we said on the last podcast, right?
Win.
Well, we looked at the games coming up.
Leeds
We said West Ham, Luton, Forest, and Fulham 12 points. Yeah. I can't see anything less than 12 points out of them 4 games. Going into the next international break.
I think we beat Forest comfortably,
I do as well.
I think we beat Fulham comfortably at home. Then it's Spurs after that, isn't it?
Yeah, so the international break and Spurs. That's going to be a massive, massive game. That is that Spurs game. If they're
you take a point now, wouldn't you?
I would definitely take a point out of the way they're playing. See, they've beat Liverpool at home. They've beat Man United at home.
Desmond Tutu, yeah. A few goals. 2-0 down. Last 10 minutes, get a draw. I'll take that now.
Did you see on TalkSport as well that Emery's been touted elsewhere?
That's scary.
He ain't been touted. Andy Goldstein said it. And he said it once. What about Emery? And that was it.
Yeah.
Run away with the story. all of a sudden...
What annoyed me was they'd saying, "Oh, well, he wouldn't leave Villa." Yeah, of course he would. Well, I don't think he fucking would.
He would not. For Man United,
he said it's a big football club, Manchester United. But what would anybody? The state they're in at the minute, from top to bottom.
They've been shit for 13 years.
Yeah, and they're only getting worse.
They go for a manager every season. He would not leave there. He's building a dynasty at Villa.
Well, I was going to say that to you. It feels like the start of something. Of course it feels like the start of a dynasty. And if we can keep him for, 8, 10, 11 years, something like that.
I thought of him leaving.
This is what worried me the other day. I sort of nearly pulled the car over. I was like, fucking hell, I haven't even thought about that yet. Imagine if someone did come in for, like a Real Madrid or something like that. He'd think about that, wouldn't he? Of course he would.
All it was, Matt, Goldstein and Bent were talking. Bent was taking the piss out of Man United, and then Goldstein said about Emirates. He mentioned it once, and then they've run away with it now, Story. They'll be looking for manager soon, because I think they'll lose to Fulham.
Yeah, I do as well. I think he's got one game. I think he's got one game to save his managerial career at Man United. I also think as well, he's been paddling for ages, furiously doggy paddling to save his job for ages. The only reason he's kept his job in the first place is because most of them players he's signed are his players.
Well, you look at some managers don't get a fair crack at the whip. Like Chelsea's a prime example. You get to Chelsea, you don't buy the players.
Yeah.
The owners buy the players, and then you can't deal with them. You didn't want them, and then you get the sack. He has got no argument. He signed the players he wanted.
Yeah.
He spent 400 million quid.
Yeah.
Got every player that he wanted, and they've all been shit.
Yeah, I can't think of one of them that's been any good. Every single one he's signed. The thing is as well, like I said, they're his players. So if he gets bombed off from that club and the new manager's going to want to come in and get rid of another £400 million worth of players, the other thing is with him, that Bruno Fernandes, what is his fucking problem? How is he wearing a captain's armband? Unreal, isn't he? The reason he got away with it for so long of being an arsehole, and let's be honest, he's an arsehole, the geezer, isn't he? It's because he was their best player. He isn't their best player anymore. No. Nowhere near.
Little rat.
I think even the Man United fans have figured that out as well now.
Yeah, he's there. They used to compare him to De Bruyne, didn't they?
Not a chance, mate. Not a fucking chance.
He's been shit in the press lately for the way he acts on the pitch.
Is he about me?
Well, he's constantly in the referee's hair. Fucking constantly. He never leaves the referee alone.
I'll tell you what, on a side note, if he shagged his beard off, I reckon he'd be the ugliest bloke on the planet. He fucking is, isn't he?
You can eat an apple from a tennis racket. Did you see as well in the week? I read this as well. There's only 4 teams in Europe to win all home league games so far. There's us, Leverkusen, Liverpool, and Atletico Madrid. Out of all of them, we've got the best goal difference out of all of them.
We've scored 20 goals, is it?
So we're the best performing home side in the world at the minute.
You look at another conversation to have is the better we get, the more bigger clubs are going to look at our players. You look at the likes. I think there'll be interest next summer in Martinez and Luis.
I don't think we're a signing club anymore.
No, I don't think we are.
Do I.
But there will be interest in.
Yeah,
if there's 3 players, I'd say Martinez, Luis, Watkins. If Royce and that Caicedo went for 100 million quid, I ain't having it that Luis ain't worth less than that.
Yeah, but this is the Villa talking in, because we're used to big players leaving.
Yeah, the thing is,
I can't see why anyone would want to leave at the minute.
I think the people we've got now are clever enough now to get them signed down to new deals with big release clauses.
I think if any player does leave, I think it will be Martinez, because I think he does want the Champions League. He does want to win trophies.
And he's the wrong side of 30, and he as well.
And he could go to the likes.
Nothing for a goalkeeper.
He could go to the likes of Madrid or Barca.
Yeah.
We need a backup. January, I think for me, you've got to get a backup keeper and a backup right back.
I'd say that was a must, to be fair.
I wouldn't go for a forward in January because you're not going to get anyone any decent. And if you do go for someone who's mediocre, you're going to be paying too much money for them.
Well, I was thinking the other day that you could, obviously you've got Duran. Diaby could play there as well.
Yeah. Something going on with Duran now.
He doesn't. Yeah, something's. Yeah, what is going on with Duran? He's saying he's got an injury, but
scored a couple of goals. Got 2 big.
He must be a bit of an arsehole. He must have fell out with someone.
Yeah, but you jump into conclusions because people were saying the same about Tillemans, and Tillemans has come out and said, "Hang on a minute."
Yeah.
It's been completely took out of context.
Tillemans was class. Was really good against AZ out well.
He's the best player on the pitch.
Yeah,
he's been good last two games.
He's just adapting to a new style.
Of course he is, yeah. And it's obviously a very, what Matty Cash was saying, it's very tactically intense, isn't it?
He was the first player on the team shirt at Leicester.
Of course he was, yeah.
One of them.
Yeah.
And now he's got Louise, McGinn, Kamara to compete with.
So I think we're pretty well stacked in midfield, aren't we?
Yeah.
And possibly in the final third of the
Ramsey's
pitch as
come
well.
back don't forget.
This is the other thing,
Well, he's
isn't
here
it?
to come back.
I was looking at, I saw it on my mate at work. He said, you look at the players that are going to come back, they're like 4 new signings.
Ramsey,
None of them will have played this year at all, really.
Ramsey's a baby. He's only going to get better and better. And he's already quality. I mean, his first game back after how long out?
Yeah.
He scored a worlder.
Yeah.
The kid's class.
He's underrated, isn't
Massively. If you put him on that left-hand side over Zaniolo.
he? A lot of English players are underrated now, though, because of that Jude Bellingham.
Mate,
You look at-
I've never seen a player his
He's
age.
incredible, isn't he?
It's just a shame he's a fucking nose. But you know, fuck it, he's English.
Oh, that pissed me off.
They've really claimed the stake in him, haven't
Played
they?
40 games.
40
Probably
games.
made half of them off the bench.
The second he got any good, they fucked him off for a few quid.
Can you believe they retired his shirt?
It's
How embarrassing.
pathetic.
He's going to be a fucking superstar, though. The kid's incredible.
Oh,
And do you know what I like about him now? Do you see when he's starting to grab games by the scruff of the neck? And when he played for England the other week, he was gigging the crowd on and all. He started to get arrogant. But that's a good thing.
He's like a seasoned pro, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like a 30-year-old
28,
captain.
29.
Yeah.
He's unreal.
I do think he's going to win trophies with us for England.
He's physically fucking incredible as well, isn't he?
Well, did you hear what
He's
Rooney
strong.
said about him? Rooney said he played against him for Derby when he was at Blues. When he was saying what he liked about him, when he went in every 50-50, that Bellingham was leaving studs on him.
Mm.
You know, just as he got up, because Rooney's a fast footballer, getting the ball out of 50-50 situations. Bellingham was leaving one on him, every 16-year-old kid. Wayne Rooney, leaving one on him. Do you know what I mean? And Rooney's like, I like that. You could see he had
class,
something
man.
about him.
Class.
It's just, like I say, it's just a shame he's a
He's
fucking
bad on
nose.
ball, isn't he? How's his brother doing at Sunderland?
But that Blues have got Sunderland coming up, haven't they? And I said to one of the lads today at work, who's a Blue, I said, I'll guarantee you will score the winner again.
Fucking hell, we've seen it enough times, haven't we? Fuck, mate.
I love that,
What else should we talk about?
Clean sheet worries.
man. No, I'm not worried about clean sheets.
That goal the weekend against Luton, I thought from where we were sat in the old team, looked like Conrad headed it over him. But it bounced off the bar and then hit Martinez and win.
Yeah, it was unlucky.
Yeah,
It was just an unlucky one.
If someone said to you, what you love about football, it will be end-to-end football and goals.
Well,
If I'd take 4-3, 3-2 every week.
Well, this is what I was going to say about. I did text Ronnie about, so I would about not keeping clean sheets, but we're scoring 3 or 4 the fucking game.
That's what I mean.
So who gives a
As long
fuck?
as you're winning.
Yeah.
I would worry. We're worried about clean sheets if we was 1-0 up with 5 minutes to go and then conceding
Points are more
and
important
losing
than goal
points.
difference, aren't they?
This is what I'm saying. We're not losing any points over conceding goals, are we?
Of course you're not.
If you're scoring 3 or 4 a game, fuck the one.
Yeah, fucking right on.
I do think now that I think the score's a limit for this group of players. I think you could just add to it the next couple of seasons, keep them together, add to it, maybe bring a couple of young players in as well. Where could it possibly
As
take
long
us?
as you keep Emery, mate, that's the main thing.
Of course it is, yeah.
If you keep Emery, you're only going to get higher, aren't you?
But it's exciting being a Villa fan at the minute for the first time in a very, very long
He's still
time.
good. I know sometimes, yeah, and you think, guys.
Well, West Ham was the prime example of.
Well, I get
I
what-
thought we beat. I did say we beat them.
I get worried, don't I? It's just, but that's the Villa fan in you.
Of course it is.
Getting kicked in the teeth.
You've been built up and let
Of course it
down
is.
so many times,
Yeah.
haven't you?
And I also get annoyed when I start to get arrogant about it. I'm not arrogant, but overly. Oh, we'll smash these today. Like Forest, I think we'll batter them, Odd.
Yeah, you're going to think that, aren't you?
Because but usually when I think like that,
Battering teams.
we get fucking rolled over. But I don't think this team does that. That's what that kid said to me the other week. He said these are different
different
times.
What we need is Haaland to get injured so we can win the league.
Paddy Power done that the other day, didn't they? You see the Paddy Power thing?
Nah.
Something about Man City needs to fix up, or Villa are going to run away with the league. You know, they put those things out there.
Imagine that. Mate, I know, boys, we ain't going to win the league, but could you imagine
Why not?
if we won the fucking league? I'd go missing for a week.
Leicester, doesn't it?
I'd be paralytic for a week.
So let's talk about Amsterdam.
You might as well talk about yourself because you went there. We never.
Oh, fucking.
Some of us aren't as rich as you, so.
What a few days, mate. You've got to
it,
come to one of
£4.17,
these.
It's all got £4.17 bank.
We got to go, mate. It's fucking incredible. There was fucking Villa everywhere. It was fucking mental.
Listen, if I hadn't changed my job, I'd have been there.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't got no
There's also obviously circumstances, but if we get to the latter stage, which I think we will, we've got to go.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
mental.
Christmas, wasn't it?
Get Christmas out of the way. I'm up for it. Get a flight.
We've already booked Athens, haven't we?
Yeah, we've booked Athens. I was looking. Do you know? It sounds stupid. I was looking at booking a villa and going for like a holiday. Take all the families, go on holiday.
Athens.
No, just a little island off Athens and we'll get the boat over.
Oh, I'm taking family.
Look at his face, look.
Mate, can you imagine the bird's face?
Oh my God, I've never seen a face of such disdain.
Can you imagine the bird's faces on that stage? You lot have the kids.
We're just nipping off for 3 days.
If we win.
Poppy suggested that.
Yeah, of course you had, yeah. I'm just putting the feelers out, you know what I mean?
Fuck off, Pop.
When you're coming back, lads, if we lose tomorrow, if we win, we'll see you back in
I'm
Brum.
just popping out for the paper for 3 days. And my passport.
No chance I'm taking mine.
Oh, man. But you got to come. Honestly, mate, it was fucking brilliant. There was Villa everywhere. So, none of us went to the game. We just stayed in Amsterdam on the piss. It was fucking mega.
How about the stewards in the lower out? Well, I'm calling you out.
Oh, yeah, what happened?
One steward come
Trying
over.
to say that he was fucking.
Steward will come over. It was anyway, this last time on the podcast,
Yeah.
fixing the whole team. Come over and he tapped me on the shoulder and he was like, "Can you come with me?" I was like, "Why?" I just want you to come with me. What for? What have I done? Just come with me. I need you to come with me. I was like, "I ain't fucking leaving."
Is it a steward or a copper?
Yeah, steward.
Yeah.
I said, "I ain't fucking leaving the stadium, mate. You can fuck off."
Yeah.
So we walked up to the back, right by the back gates under the screen, and his copper was there. And I went, "Yeah." He was like, "Was you in Amsterdam? Or was you at Alkmaar last week?" I was like, "No." He said, "Well, you match the description, someone causing trouble there." I said, "Well, you'd have a good job because I was 900 mile away, mate." He went, "Can I see your ID?" I was like, "Why?" He said, "I just want to see your ID, make sure you're not a person."
So they know they're looking for.
I went, "Crack on then." Showed him your driver's license. He went, "All right, then." I said, "You could have waited till the end of the game for that, couldn't you?"
Yeah,
Instead of pulling me out at
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
half
yeah.
time, mate.
But they're panning on us now, don't they, where we sit?
Yeah, it's getting a bit fucking out of hand down
It's
there.
Kevin's
to be
fault
fair.
that it's from vaping. He brought us on top, ain't
The criminal. Where
he?
is he, by the way?
Wells War Market CP company.
He's
case.
probably doing it. He's probably.
You reckon he paid 300 notes for that?
He was
Fucking
googling it,
monopoly
showing
money.
it. So he's probably doing his CS anyway, isn't he?
Yeah.
I seen his arse drop when it was the geezer who kicked him out. He was doing the pat downs the other day, didn't he?
So what? They said you met to see when I was there in that bar when we were all going to go to the station. None of us had tickets and go to Alkmaar on the train. And I sort of fucking dipped off a little before I was going to get moody. That is, the lads went on the train. They didn't do anything. They only went on the train to Alkmaar for the fucking piss up. When they got to Alkmaar on the train, they nicked them all. No tickets. Fucking arrested them all until after the game.
You said there was undercover coppers on the train, but
Yeah, so the story I heard was that there was loads of undercover old Bill.
English.
English, because a few of my mates that
The lad
been,
from the gym said
they all went the game.
talking about fuck meeting up and scrapping with the Alkmaar.
Nah, none of that was. They just went for the fucking piss up, mate, just for the tear up. A lot of the lads who did get pinched for nothing for just being on a fucking train, they've all been banned from the Villa. They all tried to get in the Luton game, can't get in.
For what?
It's bullshit for going on a fucking train.
They haven't done anything.
Bullshit, mate. They got locked in the train. They got nicked, and they didn't get let out till about fucking midnight the night after.
there must, if there's undercover coppers on the train, they must have been talking about stuff, and the
I don't
coppers are
know.
right.
Oh,
You know what coppers are like?
yeah, of course, yeah. But it's
Fucking arseholes, isn't
listen,
they?
I was there, and all they did was they went on the train for the fucking piss up. That was all. No, we did. I did all whatever we could basically get out of it. I spent 3 days fucking wankered. Just as the come down started to kick in, we just got bang on it again.
You there 3 days?
3 days. It was horrific. Fucking horrific. I nearly started crying every day.
I don't need a
At
week
least got
off
time away
after.
from the family.
I've seen some. We had a great time. I've seen some great fucking lads. They're all fucking teared up.
I don't need a week off work.
I spent an hour hugging and kissing Steve Chance.
Yeah.
I had to message him that after. Sorry about that, mate. He said, "Oh, we're all blanded. Don't worry about it." You know when you can't remember what you've said to me, you know when you're talking to someone, I keep getting all that look, a flashback of some look at you like that. Look, what the fuck's he on about? I must be rabbiting his fucking ear holes off.
Message me. He said you go to the dam. I says, I am. I says, but ask Sammy's, I'll message him.
But honestly, I don't. You know, I don't even remember sort of arranging to meet him. I just walked in a pub and he was there, stood there.
He's a great bloke, Steve. Was there a lot of lads just stayed in the dan then while the game was on?
Yeah, so I bumped into you know Zoffy, don't you, from Bearwood and them lads?
Yeah, I remember Zoff, yeah.
Just bumped into them in the same boozer.
What was the atmosphere like in the booze while the game was on?
Well, what we did was, so there was a few pubs that like that Susie's and that Three Sisters and that. They was rammed all day, but what they was doing was only letting one out, one in. So we was in a pub, that pub that I was with all the lads that went to Outmar. They all trapped, so the pub was empty. There was about 10 of us sat there. It was all right. Not there was blokes mainly. It was just, it wasn't really in the red light. It was just on the outskirts of Rembrandt Square. So obviously the pub emptied and everyone's gone to the game. So I'm sat there. There's about 5 or 6 of us left. You know, Ben Sherwin was there as well.
Who?
No, Ben Sherwin. You know, your mate.
Yeah, I know him, yeah.
I was like, you fucking dirty bastard.
What's wrong with you?
Sure. So the lads were like, oh, we'll go around that Susie's and watch the game. I was like, well, why? There's a telly there. There's an empty pub. Let's fucking sit here and watch it. But it's because we was outside singing songs and all that. It started to get a bit lively then. Before you know it, there's like 50, 60 lads there.
Was there loads of coppers outside the bars?
No, not really.
Yeah. You erupt when we were scoring?
Yeah, you went fucking ballistic, but you can hear all the other pubs around as well.
Yeah.
But a lot of the pubs, they must have been heaving because there wasn't letting anybody else in.
Like if I'd have had the money, I'd have been.
So what was happening was people was coming from the pubs they couldn't get in, coming to that pub that we was all sat outside, like. Got the flags out and all that. But
Is that your flag?
Yeah, I took it. I only got it out once for the picture on the plate. Do you know, fucking hell. I went to look at the airport. I must have had 15 points. We got there about 5 hours early.
I seen a picture of you actually with the flag. With your fucking face covered and everyone's like, you're covering your face.
Oh, yeah, I didn't do that on purpose. I was you're trying to undo your, not fucking sort your coat out.
Trying to look hard.
No, I weren't doing that. Do you know, I do not remember a fucking thing from the flight. I was absolutely bladdered. I don't remember getting there. So if you do want to get in touch with the show, we will read out all the questions and give you any shout outs. And if you want to ask the lads any questions, we are on Facebook. You can follow us on, what's the other one, Instagram as well.
Yeah.
I'm useless at this shit. We actually have got an email address as well. It's the villalawpodcast@gmail.com. To be fair, if you email us giving us some shit, I'll read them out as well. Because they'll be funnier, won't they?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't mind fucking getting slagged.
We slag the shit out of each other anyway.
That's what we're about. Call us cunts.
You're the cunt.
We'll have we can have a reflection call. 5 minutes of reading out messages. Pricks. Sound like twats.
The worst podcast on earth.
Wait till we get on video. Fuck me, we'll get some stick then, we'll be cunts.
We're all egomaniacs, that's the thing. We all fit and everyone wants to listen to us talk.
They said, we only do this to get away from our brother.
That's what I said to that work. You want to do a podcast for? It gets me out of the house. We're having a birding kids for a few hours.
Get to see my boy an extra night in the week. Brilliant, Teddy. I just sat on the settee wanking me up. You going to mention Ronnie's cooking?
No.
Did I outdo Stuart?
Oh, mate, you fucking... Yeah. Oh, to be fair, I didn't like Stuart. I'll smash that then.
Unlucky Stu.
Fucking smashed that then. The guys made me tidy up there after, but... Talk about the games coming up then. So Forest away Sunday, we'll be there, won't we?
Yes. Yeah.
And then Outmar on the Thursday. That's a big game, the Outmar game. If you can win that game, you'll win that group.
Yeah. I think we win the group anyway.
And then you've got obviously Fulham the weekend after. Then it's an international break. And then Spurs. That's a massive game.
So when's Outmar?
So Outmar is next Thursday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was after the international break.
It's next Thursday. And then we're at home on the Sunday.
Legia Warsaw. And then December.
December's a big month as well. With Man City and Arsenal.
They've been changing games, haven't they? Man City, Arsenal.
Yeah, so Man City's now on the Wednesday night.
Wednesday
and Arsenal's is
half
looking
five.
forward to the Arsenal game.
Yeah,
half 5 on a Saturday.
We on it. Can't believe the changes.
That'll be our Christmas tear up, the Arsenal game.
When Sheffield United, is that away or at home? At home. At home, but it was Saturday the 23rd. Now it's Friday 22nd. I'm at a bloody wedding.
No, the away one's in February.
I'm looking forward to trying to get me a ticket for that.
So in terms of the league games, you're looking at 6 points, hopefully, from the next 2 games. Forest away, Fulham at home.
Minimum?
Shouldn't cause us too many problems, should it?
No.
Then after the international break, it's Spurs away. But like you said, Liam, I'll take a draw. What I'll do then, boys. Anything else anybody want to add?
Just give us a load of stick on the messages.
So like I said, you can get in touch with us, Facebook, Instagram. You can email us. Let me read it out again. The villalawpodcast@gmail.com. The most insulting messages you could send us, we will read them out live on the podcast. The worse, the better.
I bet you can't offend me. There's a challenge.
Challenge accepted. So we'll start tonight then, boys. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, thanks for listening. It's been emotional. And the food was that spicy, I can't bring out my fucking nose. What's up?
So on behalf of me, Liam and Ronnie, go on, fuck off.